challenge from 3 Litre Beer. Let's go. By the way, just for reference, when you guys are sending me challenges, can we maybe keep them to 3+2, 5+3 unrated, please? I would appreciate that. Okay, we're playing this strange Caro-Kann Gambit that I like to go for with an early B3. Hi to Abby, Tom, and the Suspicious Milkman. Good to see you lot. And essentially, if you want to challenge me, then I believe there's actually a link in the video description. But you can just search my name on chess.com, like down here. Okay, h6. Let's go h5. Going after the bishop. Bishop retreats. And queen e2, we of course want to win the pawn back. I have got the chat like on a bit of a slow... No, it's not called a slow mode. But you guys are like a bit behind. So if you ask a question, I will answer it. It might just take like 30, 40 seconds for the chat to catch up. Okay, let's take. So the whole point of this gambit is that we win the pawn back. Black, he can kind of not really defend the pawn. It's way too risky. And you just get bad positions if you try too hard to defend the pawn. But we just get a very interesting position, one that I'm relatively familiar with, and yeah, I've got a lot of videos in this kind of system, and we obviously have opposite side castling, which should be pretty interesting. What do I play against 1d4 as black? I play the Slav, but I start with 1c6. So you have some lines where if you have like your opponent plays d4, you play c6. And they go bishop f4 for the London system. You don't have to play d5. You can go queen b6. And you can get like a beneficial version of the London. And you also haven't committed your pawn to d5 yet. By playing c6 as well, you offer white to go into a Caro-Kann. So let's say d4, c6. Of course, white can continue with a move like knight to f3 or c4. But they can also go e4. And then you can go d5 and go into a Caro-Kann if that's what you want to do. Okay, my opponent is developing well, playing some normal moves. Let's try and get aggressive with the move... Ooh, sorry about that. With the move f4. Of course, this is the plan. And yeah, this is a difficult system for black to try to react to. Hugo Amo, hi, good to see you. I don't think I've ever seen you in my comment sections before. So, is this your first time on the channel, or do you normally just lurk on the videos? Okay, so this is the idea, obviously. You can sometimes throw in the move d4. It sometimes is a good move. Let's take. But for the time being, I want to keep my bishop open. Okay, my opponent plays principled chess, brings the knight to f6. Yeah, I don't know. How's it going, man? Send me a challenge if you want to play. No, it is live, Fran Duki. I know. Oh, Hugo watches all my videos. Why don't you leave some more comments then, bro? I'd love to hear from you. Okay, I think this should be the correct idea. Of course, our knight is hanging. I don't really want to take because, you know, if we were to trade everything, that would be good for black. Oh, you do comment. It's not under the name Hugo though, is it? It'd be under a different name, I think. Okay, let's go bishop g2. Oh, yeah. Well, no, you can't send me a challenge while I'm playing, of course. You'll have to wait for this game to end. Sorry. I see what you mean now. Okay, a5. Black is counter-attacking. Now, g5 looks very tempting. Looks very tempting. Now, if g5, pawn takes... we maybe have knight takes. I'm just a little bit concerned about like take, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes. Although no, surely that doesn't work. We go down a pawn, but I refuse to believe that that's viable for black. Again, I don't want to take the knight because trading everything doesn't help me. So I think pushing works. This is technically a pawn sacrifice, but I think it's a justified one. There's also some interesting ideas of like knight takes e4 and like g6. However, I think there would be knight to g3 there, attacking my queen and my rook, so I don't think that's necessarily good. Although it's an interesting idea. I think I'm going to go for this, and I haven't fully calculated this out or anything. Maybe I should have. However, I think it should be fine. I will play with whoever challenges me first next in a good time format anyway. Okay, that's interesting. Can I throw in h6 instead? That's an interesting question. Of course, take is fine. Hi, Spectre. Thanks for coming to say hi. Good to see you. I could take bishop takes, king takes. I can deliver a check. King goes back. I don't have pawn to h6, I don't think. Or maybe I do. Oh, maybe I do. Because my bishop is wide open on this diagonal. Oh, that's interesting. Let's think. We could take on h7 first. So take. What can we do there? h6? If pawn takes... Oh, that should be winning. That should be winning, I think. Minijo, what's your bench? I don't really do flat bench anymore. The last time I did it was a couple years ago, and I hit 130. I do, like, incline dumbbell almost exclusively now, or, like, cables. So I'm not really sure what my bench would be right now, but I would guess my max is probably like 140. I hope anyway. h6, if bishop here, that can't work, I don't think. If I take, bishop takes, I don't think that works. h6, g6, that doesn't work for black. I think h6 is the move that makes the most sense. Maybe I'm missing something, but there's also no increment on this game. By the way, for those of you who are going to challenge me next, please include increment. Make sure it's unrated. Probably do 3+2 or 5+3. Just so the games don't go on too long, so we can play more games and get more people involved. Okay, this is... I did see this move, but I didn't think it worked. Why didn't I think it worked? There was a reason. There was a reason. So, okay, take. I don't want to take the bishop, because queen takes, and the queen could try to come to a1. So that doesn't look great. If I take here... take... I think... You could, I mean, you know, something like g6, queen e5, rook g8, rook to f1, or even this other rook to f1. It's probably winning, but not sure. Yeah, 5-5 is perfectly fine. So if take, of course the bishop can't take, so the king is in check. I think the king has to take, well, no, the king does have to take back. And now what can we do? Well, here my opponent can throw in this move, kind of. Here, take. No, I don't think he did have a 3-liter beer. He's playing far too well for that. Oh, can I do this? Take, check. No, I don't think it works. Wait, maybe it does. If king back, I can take, because the bishop's pinned. If the king goes to g8, rook h1, bishop takes, king takes. I don't think that black can defend that. That's a really cool idea. Does it work? Here, what if black ignores me? And just retreats, maybe? Well, let me just bring... maybe... yeah, no, then the rook can't get involved. I think this works. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to look a bit silly. However, I think that it's a move I've got to try, right? It doesn't matter if I lose necessarily. However, I think this is a really cool idea. Yeah, come on. I mean, this is a very cool idea. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. Bring the queen in. And we take here with check. The bishop can't take, so it's pinned to the king. And then we deliver mate with rook to h1. That's pretty cool. Surely I can get a like for that. And Get Good GG is the first one to challenge me. An 1850 rated player. Okay, you guys know what I'm going to play. I'm going to go for this gambit line. I've got a whole playlist dedicated to this. Believe it or not, bishop e7 I think is a little bit inaccurate. Bishop d3. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, Porky, hi, by the way. I do think that sacrifice worked. I don't think that was completely without good cause. I think that was a legitimate sacrifice. But yes, I mean, that was pretty cool, though. Oh, hi, Slytherin. Slytherin's Basilisk? Yeah, Basilisk. I don't know why I can't pronounce. Yeah, my opponent's playing a very good variation of this. I think I've had this variation in an over-the-board game before. Although in that game, the knight was already on f6, and I missed an opportunity to go e5 early. I think that over-the-board game is in my video about chess psychology, which was a very interesting game. Whoa, how do I say that? Kirkus Roba, I think. Hello? How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Bishop g5 is a legitimate move. Rook e1's a legitimate move. I think knight a3 is a move in most of these lines, so I'm going to play it because I'm not sure entirely what I should be going for. It's an interesting position because I'm down a pawn. However, I've got a lot of space. So you were -2 when you took the bishop. You lost your advantage. h6 was the winning move. Really? Really? Yeah, the one where my opponent hung his queen. Exactly, Porky. We had this kind of variation where I misplayed it a little bit. However, my opponent here has played the line more accurately than my opponent did. Let's go rook e1. I think this knight is probably going to drop back to c2 at some point. How am I supposed to take advantage of this? I don't think I can necessarily. I think it's just a solid position. I need to make one of these pawn breaks work at some point, I think. But I don't think there's a massive rush. So let's drop the knight back to c2. I know this is a decent position for the knight to be in. Just supporting the center, has access to e3, could maybe jump into the light squares in the future. I'm not too concerned about being a pawn down. Like, it's really not the end of the world. Okay, my opponent pushes a5. Maybe he's going to go for bishop to a6, offering a queen trade. No, not a queen trade, a bishop trade. Otherwise, he can't play b5. Interesting way of going about it. c4 might be decent, you know. I think I like c4. This pawn is very well supported, and c4 supports a potential d5 in the future, which could be quite useful. Also takes away the b5 square, and bishop a6, of course, doesn't offer a bishop trade anymore. So that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. We are down a bit on time, and my computer is now freezing a little bit. I don't know how it always struggles to play chess. I mean, it's hardly the most demanding task, and it's like a gaming computer that I bought years ago. It is a little bit old, true, but still should be able to handle it. Okay, interesting. d5 is the move I want to play. I don't really see a reason not to. So let's play it. The point is that e5 can't be played in response, locking everything down that easily. He can go d5 himself, right? Maybe he can, maybe he can. This is... okay. Taking, I think, is very bad for my opponent, so he makes a good decision. I think we should probably take him. No, Porky. My laptop always struggles with chess for like no reason. Not just when I'm streaming. Like it's all the time. It's ridiculous. Okay, bishop b2 looks pretty solid. This diagonal I don't think is that important anymore. This bishop sucks, admittedly. However, it's stopping a lot of things from happening on the queen side, so it's pretty useful. New life, can't play versus you. I play your repertoire exclusively. How is that treating you, mate? How is it treating you? And what elo are you? So yeah, like, you know, we are a pawn down here, but these pawns are hardly mobile. f4 looks very strong. If take, then we fork. Is it the engine I've got running in the background? Yes, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. What's better, the Caro or the French? Well, you know I'm going to say the Caro. I think that... whoa. Can I not do this? I think that's a fork. I went to a chess cafe yesterday evening, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever been to chess cafes, but it was really good. There's some really strong players there as well. Some guys that I know from my chess league were also there that I recognized. Was, yeah, a very good evening. Yeah, the French is tough to play against as white, for sure. Oh, this is an interesting position. I think I should accept the queen trade. My opponent's actually up material. Because he's got so many pawns. But I think we should be able to clean the pawns up. Should be able to. I know I'm allowing this to come with tempo, and then my opponent can start pushing on the queen side, but it should be okay. Alright, g5. Let's go for this. I'm a little bit low on time. I will answer the questions after this game. Improved Path, hello. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. I think my opponent will trade. I think, because my knight looks incredibly strong. If it can get into like f5 or b5, it could be really annoying. Okay, interesting. Let's keep eyes on this pawn. That's a move. Let's take. Knight c2. And then we win. Oh, wait, no, that's a really, really good find. Okay, that was premature. Huh. That's a really good find, okay. Oh, I'm panicking. Okay, I think we're good. Not sure about this position. Now it should be okay, though. My knight's a little bit cut off from the game, but now it gets back into the game. I will catch up with all the messages. Thank you for being so involved, everyone. Rook d4 was better. I don't know, it's such low time. I'm not sure. Let's bring the king. Oh, wow. I'm getting suffocated a bit here. A little bit. Black might be able to draw this. Might be able to draw this. Oh, now I don't think so. Because now we secure the trade. And as long as he can't trade off a pawn, which we're not going to allow, then it should be game over. Yeah, let's put the knight here. Take. Defend the pawn. How do I win? No, that's not the right move. Let's come back. This is the right move. Check. I think. Maybe not. Let's come here. That should be game. It's really difficult to do this on low time. Obviously, it should be a win, but like the low time is what makes it so hard to find the right combination. Because if the pawns get traded, it's a draw, and I can't win with just a knight, of course. This should be good though. Keep the king away, and okay. Awesome. Wow, that was a really good game. Well played to my opponent. Let me just catch up on some of the messages in the chat quickly, and then we will play another game. Let's see. Got my all-time high recently, 1822, dropped back down to 1700. Yeah, I mean, I got to 2200 recently and dropped back down to like 2000. It's tough. Also, the challenges are coming in thick and fast. Yeah, thick and fast. Good stuff, guys. You can probably hear the notifications. I'll pick one at random. So keep them coming. French is tough to play against as white. It definitely is, which is why I play my b3 line against the French. Like, I like to go for this, take knight c3 against the French. And I have really good results with it over the board and online. But it's definitely hard if you go for the main lines. Yeah, wow, there's a lot of challenges. Let me just respond to all of these, and then I will accept one of them. Why not bring more pieces to the king's side? Yeah, perfectly viable. I just like the look of f4. It looked like it was winning. Chess and Jazz and World Chess Berlin are nice in Berlin. Have I been to Berlin? I don't think so. I've been to Germany a few times, but not Berlin. I used to play the French often, switched it up, playing the Caro-Kann as black most of the time. Yeah, I think the positions are slightly less cramped. I guess you get more positional games rather than like the aggression of the French, though. So how are you finding that? I should come to Amsterdam Chess Open. Never been to the Netherlands. I might have passed through there once on my way to Germany, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe, maybe. Rook d4 is better. I have no idea what position you mean, sorry. The chat is on like a bit of a time-lapse thing. Thank you, Improved Path. I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Let's accept one of them. Okay, let's go for Tokon. Let's go. Okay, let's go. What are you saying what to, Suspicious Milkman? Yeah, Queen's Gambit accepted is definitely a decent opening. By the way that Tokon is playing this position, it's objectively actually quite bad, even though it looks incredibly natural. This is why I like playing this line, because the most natural ways of playing it often are just completely wrong. I can't really blame him for playing it, because like I said, they are the most natural moves, but yeah. They're not good. Don't get me wrong, black isn't losing or anything. I just have a clear positional advantage here. Do challenges expire? I actually have no idea, mate. No idea. Let's go a4. Yeah, this is typically the way that you play against this. Abby, bro, I can't be picking and choosing like that. I can't be doing favorites. Does this work? Take, check, king moves. No, I have no follow-up. I could take here, but it doesn't do anything. I wouldn't say the London is dry and boring, depending on how you play it. Depends how you play it. I've had some over-the-board games where my opponents have just launched everything at me in the London, and it's been actually quite effective. I have managed to defend them well, but oh yeah, the stream is delayed. Yeah, it's delayed a bit just to avoid any stream sniping. Yeah. Okay. What should I think I should take with the knight. I think that's normally the idea. And then f5 should be the move. You can see the issue of keeping the king in the center this long. I know my opponent wants to launch a queenside attack, which is absolutely viable. However, it's much more difficult for me to attack the black king if it's castled compared to it being in the center like it is. No, I know that those of you that I know wouldn't stream snipe. I know that. But, I mean, anyone can join, obviously, so just want to avoid that possibility. Or, like, the suspicion of it. I don't want the suspicion. I can probably take here, no? Oh, wait, there's take, queen f6. Yes, there is also a bit of a stream delay just because of YouTube. Bishop a3 shouldn't be thrown out, actually. That shouldn't be thrown out. It looks like a decent move. However, bishop e7 probably solves it. I could play d4. Queen e7. You are suspicious. Yes, absolutely. Rook he1. Well, castles, I win a pawn there. That is pretty good. Again, taking, take, queen f6. King b1. Queen takes, pawn takes. This isn't good enough because the king can come to e7 there. So, yeah, probably d4. And like I said in the first game that I played, I think the first game, in this Caro-Kann structure, I said that d4 is often an idea in these lines. Not always, but like here, it is an idea. Because I don't want to allow the trade of bishops, because if the bishop trade happens, it should be obvious that my king will be pretty weak, right? It will be very, very weak. So I can't allow that in this particular line. Therefore, I go d4, literally just to block things off. And to be fair, d5 can be a move in lots of positions. Currently at 1489 rapid. Can I reach 1800 by sticking to a principled style of chess and playing the openings I like? You can reach any rating by playing principled chess and playing openings you like. I mean, if you like the King's Gambit, then maybe you're going to struggle a bit more, sure. But, yeah, no, of course. Like, you don't have to change the chess player you are. You need to make better moves, of course, but, like, yeah, I don't see why you'd need to become completely different as a player. Okay, this is an interesting way my opponent's going about this. Of course, taking makes no sense. Taking here would lose a queen. So I think just rook he1 looks pretty good. You could even make an argument for the other rook. Because this pawn is well defended, actually. And the f-file might be pretty useful. It probably doesn't matter, in fairness. However, I'm going to choose this rook. Just because it looks pretty. And the point is, if we get the queen trade, I maintain the pin. The queen obviously can't take the pawn because my queen takes the queen and the pawn is pinned to the king, so that also can't be played. So my opponent needs to be pretty careful in this position that he doesn't end up losing material. Needs to be pretty careful. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I've not done a whole lot of streaming before. I'll definitely upload this as a video afterwards, although I may do some editing beforehand. Knowing me, it'll be very, very minimal. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. And if you guys want to do more of this in the future, then I'm absolutely down. Can't make a challenge while in a game. I don't think so. Okay, this is a good move. This is a good move, I think. Now, what happens if I take? If I take, yes, absolutely consider subscribing and give a like. If I take and of course you can't take my queen. Let's say queen takes, pawn takes. Like rook e5 is a move. Actually, rook e5 is a move because bishop f6 I can take on a5. That looks pretty good. Let's take. You could take with the pawn, which may be slightly more accurate. Thanks, I play the London and Collie often as white and the Cairo kind of Queen's Gambit decline as black. One thing is just when the opponent plays slow and provocative openings. I don't know so much about the Collie. Oh, so Porky, you reckon I should edit it and then upload it then? I wouldn't say the Collie if you want to reach like 1800. That's the only thing I'd say. Only thing I'd say. I think the queen... I mean, do I want to trade queens? What about d5? Oh no, surely d5. That just opens everything. Queen takes... I could even take here with double check if I really want and then retake the queen. All hail the algorithm. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. d5 has to be the move. I'm not calculating that. That's got to be the move. Now, if take, do I take? I think so. I think so. Because you can't take, because I'll win your bishop. I could, however, deliver this check. King takes, take. I think that helps him, actually. What are my reviews on the perk? Underrated. Underrated. I don't like it personally, but I think it's underrated. I'm going to get destroyed by you. Well, remains to be seen, doesn't it? Remains to be seen. I think, yeah, c-bet. I think the London is viable, though. Don't get me wrong. I despise it as an opening, but I think it's viable. Are there any 1800 plus rated players here? Yeah, I literally just played one, like, the last game. Actually damage your channel's exposure. What about Porky? Do you reckon if I like cut it up into different games then? Like do like a video per game or something? I could do that maybe. Okay, bishop f6, of course that makes sense because my bishop is strong and it's hitting g7. Now, I should probably take. Just to ruin the structure. Hi GNA. Time control, just do like a 3 or 5 minute with increment unrated. I should probably... I don't have to take there actually. No, I don't. I can just go for this. Rook f4. Because if take, I'll win the a-pawn with check. So black can't really take me. I also reserve the option to play d6. What's a good opening to start learning as a 600 player to progress to maybe 800/1000? Honestly, mate, pretty much anything. I mean, I recommend the Vienna because I think nobody will know what to do against it. So check out my Vienna course. It's like a long video course. That should give you pretty much everything you need at your level for the Vienna. Hate it or not, it's a good example of principal chess, especially in the opening. I do agree, yes. As much as I hate it, I can't disagree with that statement. Let's go g3. Now, what's interesting about this is my opponent has a 3-on-2. That's a good move. That is a good move. Good find. I'm not going to allow that trade. We have a 3-on-2 on the king side and a 3v1 on the queen side. Ooh. But it's difficult for black to do anything with his pawns. That's an interesting move. Huh. Because if I trade, the king is actually quite good. Actually quite good. If I give this check and the rook moves, I don't think that helps. If I move my rook, well then I'm threatening this pawn. If I move here and h5, I could go for this actually. Oh yeah, this looks good. This looks good. I will catch up on the chats after this game, but now I'm a bit low on time, so I need to lock in a bit. I need to lock in. Okay. Let's see what my opponent goes for. If b5, trying to save the pawn, I probably go a5. Okay, he goes rook to f2. Makes sense. Do I save the pawn? I feel like I should. Here. Here. That? Nah, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for this. Giving up the h-pawn shouldn't be a problem. I think I can just push. Here. Here, 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 here should be winning. Yeah, because the 7th rank is weak. If here, 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 I have rook to b8 winning. So I think we should just push. If the king starts running along, I can probably just mop up the pawns. Yeah, okay, my opponent goes for this. I don't think it works, though. Because I get the pawn to a7, and it's a constant threat. You can bring the king, but I'm just going to win the pawns. So that's fine. And again, I still have the threat of promotion at all times. My rook can do many things at once. It can defend and attack. Let's take another pawn. I don't see a reason not to. Okay. Let's go king to b2. I don't want to allow king c3 in any potential shenanigans. Don't want any of that. If the king steps back to the 5th rank, then I deliver a check and trade the rooks. Let's go b4. Get the pawns mobilized. I am, of course, in a 3v0 situation, so I should get pushing. I'm just going to go king b3. Pushing probably wins, but I just want to be very sure. Very sure. I don't think there's a particular urgency, to be fair. Push. I can always throw in c4. I don't really want to allow the king to the c5 square, though. So I'll probably go king b4. Attack the rook. Do I deliver this check? Why not? I can get my king to c4 potentially. Give a check. Force the king away. And the c-pawn should provide shelter for my king. Now the pawn is on b6. My rook can do whatever it wants. My king is shelter on c5, so it can't be checked from behind, which could be annoying. It'd still be fine. I could dance my way around things. Let's check. Win the pawn. If the king had gone to e4, I would give another check and pick the pawn up for free. Of course, trading pawns would be completely winning, but we might as well be accurate. And let's bring the king. We need to just get the king to b7. Throw in a check, why not? My opponent played a good game that game. He definitely played a good game. But as I said, from the opening, the way that my opponent played it just gives him a bit of a positional disadvantage. Of course, be careful you're not stalemating here. It just gave him a bit of a positional disadvantage. And obviously we used that in the long run to pick up an extra pawn, which is ultimately why we won the game. And there is checkmate. GG. Okay, bunch of challenges coming in. Let me answer the chat first, and then I will accept one of them. What have we got? What have we got? Don't ask me how to improve the content. That's up to you. But if you think people would watch it if it's cut up, then definitely go for it. I think that might be the best way to go about it, to be fair. Can you please make a video on the Caro-Kann like you made for Vienna? Someone did ask that already, to be fair. And my issue is the Caro-Kann, I think, has a lot more to it. So it would be ridiculously long. I love the perk defense as black, but I actually love the lesser known check perk defense. Yeah, I know the check. The check is pretty good, actually. I rate it. Can I still play the Collie system in a 1600, 1700 ELO level? You can. I just wouldn't recommend it. Opponent played well for an 1100. Absolutely. He did play a very good game. Very difficult game for him to play, to be fair. I did something shocking. I actually converted a winning advantage instead of plundering it. Good. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. Remember, guys, keep the challenges as 3 or 5 minute and with increment and unrated. Okay, AVF Omen. We've got Karo Khan after Karo Khan. Gotta say, I love to see it. I love to see it. And we'll see if anyone can go for something different against my B3 system. Fun to see a live from you at work, but we'll sneak in a challenge. No boss at the office today. Okay, Astrohead, I can't. Oh, what's the word? Condone? Is that the word? Yeah, okay, my opponent goes for the same line, but this actually is, like I said, a bit of a not good version. It's fine, it's not. And Nihilus Beats, good to see you, bro. Always love to see you in the chat and in the comments. I'm a hardcore follower, love your videos. My elo boosted 300 plus after I started playing Vienna. Love to hear it, Harsh, Jose. Wait, is that Joshi? Harsh Joshi, yeah. I assume you've seen the Vienna course video. I genuinely do think that is quite a good video. I put a good bit of work into that. Hi, Liam Newman. Am I getting your endorsement? Is that what this is? Okay. The question is, do we take with... No, I'm phrasing that horribly. Which knight do I take with? That's the question. That's the question. I think I'm supposed to take with the G Knight. It feels counterintuitive, but I believe you're supposed to take with the G Knight. And then let's go G4. I think that's why. Of course, you want to take with the C Knight to open up the bishop, but I think it's actually better to go like this and just launch the pawns. Norm tip. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the videos, and also very good profile picture. That is a banging album. Yeah, Liam, give the Vienna a go. It is unbelievably good. Okay, Rook G8. Okay, that's very passive. Very passive. G5. I actually don't think it's that good. I'm going to castle first. Is there a queue, or whoever challenges gets picked gets to play? Yeah, literally just send in challenges, and I'll pick one pretty much at random. That's about it. Would be fun to see a collab video between you and Blunderman. Not gonna lie, Blunderman actually did try to organize something with me a long time ago, and it was completely my fault. I wasn't very I wasn't very good at getting it organized with him, and it was completely my bad. Oh yeah, that does look like a free pawn, but I believe I have this check. Very, very annoying. There's a lot of positions where this is an idea in this opening. This looks like a strong move. But I would be down to do a collab with Blunderman. Absolutely. Absolutely. I could consider taking here, actually. Yeah, because bishop a3, bishop e7, if I go here, then you can take here with check first. So I should probably take here. I think that's fine. And I'm trying to overload black. I'm trying to overload his position. But yes, I would like to do a collab video with him, but I would have to be very apologetic for my previous inability to organize it. So, yeah. Do a lot of you watch him, by the way? He does seem to have a good channel. Seems like a nice guy. Do I save the knight? Don't know. I don't think I should. I think having the bishop and the only bishop is probably better. Probably better. Now what? Now what? Now what? G5 is an interesting idea. Just trying to give my rook some mobility, but no, I don't really want to. A4 is also a move, but I don't think I need to play it just yet. I could give this check, but pawn moves. I don't see what I'm doing there. F4 looks good. Trying to go F5. I think I like that. This king is... Well, and this rook are both very much out of the game. Okay. Yeah, the 1100 did play well. He really did. And I don't know, maybe his rating was higher. Maybe he doesn't play much blitz or something. But the moves he was finding, I mean, they weren't moves where I'd be like, oh, an 1100 can never find those. But like, yeah, he had a good game, for sure. A few days ago, I played a 33-move game with the London. No mistakes, 95.3% accuracy. Yeah, nice. The London, I think, is pretty intuitive in terms of a lot of the moves and a lot of the plans make a lot of sense. So, you know, as much as I will hate on the London, I think it is definitely a very, very viable opening. Okay, we also do have the time advantage this game, which is very useful. Okay. Queen b4. Alright. It's a move. It's a good move. I think Queen e3. Oh no, Queen f3 is probably better. Yeah, let's go Queen f3. I just need to defend the pawn. But my question was, I wasn't sure which diagonal I wanted to be on, but I think the light square diagonal makes way more sense. Oh, Blunderman plays the Jabava a lot. Okay, I did not know. Let's do this. I assume c5, c4 is going to come at some point. That's a move. No, I don't want to trade my bishop off. Let's go this. What about Queen a6, winning a pawn, setting a trap? I don't know what position you're referring to, sorry. It's a good move. Let's defend. My opponent's playing very well here. This is tough. Yeah, I think a lot of Caro and Jabava systems can be relatively similar. Give it a check. I think we should be good now. Attack the knight. Take that. And this should be game over. Oof! Okay, GG. Very well played to my opponent. I wasn't sure whether some of these ideas were the best or not that I went for, but let's see. Okay, taking is good. Yes, this is the correct trade. F4 is the idea. Awesome. I was last opponent, had a mouse slip and time trouble. Yeah, I was experiencing the time trouble. I like the way you played the game, though. It was quite nice. Yeah, very, very interesting game. I was too scared to take this knight, to be honest. Okay, let me catch up with the questions, and then I will start a new one. What about Queen a6? In what position? Oh, in this position. Ah, yeah, okay, very cool. Cool idea. I like that. Yes, Jabava also plays Caro. Yeah, I think that the Caro and the Jabava tend to not transpose, but the ideas can be relatively similar. Okay, let's play this guy. MDTEH God. I can pre-move this, pretty much. Got a Naroditsky speedrun video where he got on Discord with his opponent after the game. It'd be really cool to see a similar video from you. That would be interesting, yes. Absolutely. Okay, let's take. I'm expecting Queen e2 from my opponent. And it's one of the trickiest lines, but okay, he goes for the exchange. Bishop c4. This is a way to go about it, absolutely. Let's go bishop d6. My opponent might go queen e2. No, h3. I think this is a good version. I think this is a good version for us. Let's go bishop f5. This bishop, I'm going to try and claim is not a good piece because it's difficult for his knight and his bishop to team up on f7 because the whole point of the Tartakower, it's not a pure Tartakower, but is the knight can't invade particularly well. So it's, you know, quite good. Go knight d7. I'm not sure if these are necessarily the correct moves, but I think we've got a pretty comfortable position. Yeah, not many people go for the two knights Caro. Not many people go for it. Let's go knight b6. Queen d7 looks good. These ideas might exist in the future. I doubt it, but, you know, it's a possibility. A couple years ago, oh yeah, no, I already read that comment. But it is a good idea, though. It's a good idea. Okay, wow. Really? Really? Take doesn't work. Because knight f3. And we don't really have a follow-up. Check. King just moves. The best I can get is a draw there. I don't want to draw. I could go bishop g6 and allow this trade, which is fine. I could go bishop e6, but I don't really want to do this to my pawns. It's not really a structure I'm familiar with. I could let my opponent take, actually. I think I prefer that. Let's go rook fe8. White, on some occasions, does play the c4 line of the Caro. Staunton attack. In what variation, Seabear? In what variation? I never win in this variation. I always end up trading pieces, losing in the endgame. You do have to be a bit careful playing this variation with the black pieces because, like you say, the endgames can be tough because your pawn structure is worse. This is a 4-on-3. And yes, you also have a 4-on-3, but this isn't a very mobile 4-on-3. The kings are also on this side of the board, of course. So you do have to be a little bit careful about endgames, definitely. Okay, let's bring the knight to d5. I think we've got a decent position here. Got a decent position. White's played a little bit passively. 1 e4, c6, c4. Oh, I think that's like the accelerated Panov. It's a very good opening. I think black's supposed to play d5. And after all the trades, play knight to f6 rather than taking on d5 with the queen. And it's kind of similar to, is it the Portuguese gambit in the Scandinavian or something? It's similar to one of those Scandinavian positions. Okay, queen g4. Opponent wants a queen trade. Okay. I don't know if I have a choice. I feel like I have to accept this. I feel like I have to accept. Let's go bishop f4. Again, I know I'm offering trades, but I'm trying to get an imbalanced endgame because now the white pawns are messed up a bit, which makes my kingside majority a bit better. This pawn could get quite weak. And as I said earlier in the game, I'm going to try and claim that this bishop is not a good piece. With knight versus bishop, I can potentially make something happen here. Let's think. Give the check. I think my knight's better on the d4 square. So I'm going to put it there. Put pressure on the bishop. Put pressure on c2. a5's an idea. c3. It's a move. f3, okay. Interesting. Let's go a5. I'm not sure. Maybe a5 isn't the best. Honestly, if I could take the move back, I'd probably play rook e5. Yeah. Rook e5 would have been better. Okay. Take. Okay, let's take on b3. I don't think I particularly have an option. And I'm going to go king f8. On the bright side, my pawn structure is arguably better than black's. Oh, my game froze. Oh, no. That's not good. That's not good. Am I back? Oh. Okay, I think the live stream should be back. Yes, okay, we're back. That's really annoying. That was a really good game from my opponent. Yeah, if I could change my move here, I would have played rook e5. This is the move I would have gone for. Yeah, I probably should rematch, actually. That seems like the fair thing to do, because that's completely on me. So, yeah, send a request. What was it? MDTE. Yeah, that's really annoying. That was a really interesting game. The endgame would have been very interesting. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I get the white pieces this time. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, my laptop just really struggles with it sometimes. Okay, opponent goes for the Sicilian. This is considered the best line against the a3 Sicilian. C-Bear, it's pretty easy not to fall into that trap. You can just put the other knight on f6 instead. Yeah. Okay, a6 is an odd move so early. It's not bad, of course, but it's an odd move. And I think we basically play this like a Grand Prix. Basically play it like a Grand Prix. But, of course, with the inclusion of the move a3, we need to try to justify it. So our bishop will most likely drop back to a2 at some point. This is good. This is good. This position I'm happy with. Yeah, it kind of sucks about that previous game, though, because that was going to be a very interesting endgame. This doesn't make sense, because the bishop just protects, so let's drop the bishop back. BRP. I'm a 1500, but I can't play e4 and almost never played. I know I maybe should play e4, but e4 is hard. What do you play then? Like d4? d4 is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Whoa. Knight h6? What does that do? I don't know. Is f5 the idea? I don't think that's a good move. Okay. Now we work some magic. Let's start with h3. I don't want anything coming here. Secure the trade, probably bishop b7. We could throw the knight onto the d5 square. Okay, that check is fine. A bishop trade is very good for me. Very good. I don't think that's very helpful for black to be using the trade. Probably knight f3 is my second choice. Knight f3 is also fine, yeah. I do think e4 gambits are quite good to help your improvement, to be fair. I do think they're quite useful. We could put the knight here, but I don't really want to lose my b-pawn. So I'm just going to go rook b1, which it looks like a silly move, but it's often a move in these positions. I could do this. d5 can't be played. Also c5 would hang. So let's drop the knight back to e2. And you guys should start to recognize this kind of system that I'm playing now, because I've played it many, many times on the channel. And I think I actually posted a community post today asking what you guys would play in this position, and it was from one of these types of lines. I know I have e5 attacking the rook, but it doesn't really do anything. It's not very helpful. Okay, d4 has to be the move. Got to be d4. I think my opponent put his knight there to try and stop f5. Okay. c4 obviously blocks my bishop off. However, it doesn't solve the problems. Yeah, d4 is a perfectly reasonable opening, absolutely. I think it's probably better for positional chess rather than tactical chess, but it depends what you want to play. If you think you specifically need to improve positional chess, yeah, play d4, sure. My instinct says king h1. I wouldn't play that in blitz. I think I played g4. Yeah, I played g4. I wanted to see how many people would want to play that move, basically. Oh, come on, surely. Nah, that doesn't work. Mate, yeah, let's just go e5. Let's just go e5. This is an interesting position because things are very locked up. The king's... Well, my opponent could try and break on the queen side. I don't think it matters, though. But the king side is going to open up if I can make it happen. Probably something like knight here, g4, and... Well, maybe bringing my knight back first and then f5. Okay. Opponent's trying to keep things shut, which makes sense. Do I take? I actually don't think I should take. Or do I? That's a tough decision. Alright, thanks for tuning in, Fran Duki. Have a good day, my friend. Let's take. Maybe I should have taken with the bishop, but I think I want to keep the bishop on the board. Because it's a good attacking and defensive piece. Yeah, my opponent's playing well. Playing very well. Let's start with king h2. Get the king out of the way. f6. That is bold. That is really bold. It might be a good move as well. g4, take... Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's go g4. g4 has to be the line. It does block the queen off for the time being. Okay, let's take back. I think we should be winning here. Just because of how bad this bishop is. Like, it's going to take so long for it to get into the game. And even if it does, how is it going to challenge me? I think we just threaten mate. I don't actually know how black stops this. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He could go h6, of course, but queen g6. Rook f5 might be the only option. Take. I mean, it's still winning for us, of course. Yeah, he does go for it. Part of me actually wants to sack this rook. But that's not a very principled thing to do, I don't think. Let's do this instead. Oh, maybe I should have considered queen f7. That would have been a good move. However, e6 should be winning. Should be winning. Let's go e7. Sack the rook. Yeah, bro. I'd love to sack the rook, but it doesn't feel right. Let's take on f5. I'm low on time. It's one thing I've got to be concerned about. Force a queen trade. Let's take. Just drop the rook back. Trade. Take. Attack. And yeah, this should be an easy-ish endgame to convert. Give a check. Get the king in. And because all my pawns are on dart squares as well, this is near impossible for black to defend. And we can just do this. And the bishop can't defend both pawns. Otherwise, you lose the bishop. GG. GG. Oh, he's going for a stalemate, but yeah, there's no stalemate. GG. Very well played. Very well played. Okay. I think I'm going to play a couple more games, and then I probably have to get going. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. Porky, time controls that are allowed are 3 minutes or 5 minutes with increment, unrated. I would say, I wouldn't specify the increment. However, we all know how bad I am when there is no increment. Okay. I recognize Tyjas, the profile picture. I feel like I see him a lot in the comments. So, what should I play here? What should I play? Let me think. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Oh, he's going to play the Gurganitsa. Bro. Bro, I love that. Oh my god. Wow, we don't see this very often. Okay. Is 5 minutes a good one to start with? Yeah. Have you never played with increment? Yeah, try 5 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So the Gurganitsa, it's a good system. This is, however, considered the best setup for white to adopt against it. I think h3 is a move. And my opponent's playing some of the correct moves, but also some of the wrong moves, because it's difficult to understand, to be fair. It's a very difficult opening. Let's go bishop e3. And basically, the problem is that my knight kind of sucks on c3, so we'll probably end up moving it at some point. Queen b6, good move. Let's go queen to d2. If I get the opportunity, I think I will castle queenside and try and storm the king side, which should win. Should win. Taking looks a bit dangerous. Looks a bit too dangerous. And I can just go bishop e2, castle king side. I'm very active on the queen side there. Oh no, I can't play knight a4. The rook hangs. What am I on about? Rook here, queen here. The queen does escape in that line. Does escape. But even so, it's a very dangerous line for black to go for. It is very brave of him to play the Gurganitsa, but it's a very complicated opening. I think it's a good option. Bishop e4. That is a move. That is a move. It's a good find. Now, in this position, is it that good? I don't know. Maybe he's going to take my knight. He is. Yeah, no, it's a good idea. Let's go bishop d3. Put pressure on the knight. Black basically tries to claim in some of these positions that without a g-pawn, I can't actually make a breakthrough on the king side. It will remain to be seen whether that is the case or not, but that's kind of the point that they try to make. But yeah, we'll see if we can break it down. I mean, it looks... even if I can't launch a kingside attack, I feel like I have a lot of positional pressure here. Queen b2, rook b1, queen takes c2. Both of you overlooked this. Here, here, here. Queen b2, rook b1, queen c2. True. if queen c2, bishop c2, rook b7, e6, I'm down a pawn, but I don't know, after a move like g4, stopping either piece coming back to f5, I still feel like I have a very good position there. But yes, I think we did both overlook that, to be fair. Okay, bishop d3. Going after the knight. K does take the bishop. That's bold. That's really bold. Okay, of course we take back. c5? That doesn't work. Okay. Let's go h4. I'm expecting h5. And then I think I probably want to drop my knight back. Or maybe even go knight a4. Trying to get into c5. Although I don't think it actually works. Because a2 would hang. So maybe knight e2. Let's rotate the knight. Opponent's doing a good job. Doing a good job. My knight also just helps to protect the center. So I could just leave it on e2 as a defensive piece. It's completely fine as that. And yeah, my opponent's played this well. Played this very, very well. So, well done so far. Can he keep holding on, is the question. So, okay. Okay, how are we going to continue this? Well, I think... how are we going to continue this? I would love to make f5 work. I just don't see how I make it work. I don't see how. Seems very difficult. Okay, knight d7. Yeah. Trying to play c5. Could go c3. Could go rook g1. I think I like rook g1. Let's do it. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate that. Yeah, Porky, you are right. My opponents have been really, really strong today. It's been very impressive. Over Heaven, how do I play you? Send me a challenge on chess.com, mate. Indeed, I've got my water right here. Right here. I don't think c5 is that big a deal. I think it's that big a deal. c5, f5, c4, take. No, then he takes the knight, so I'm not sure about that. That's a good move. Hi, John. Thank you for the support. I'll definitely be doing more streaming. Yeah, that was the move I didn't want to see. That was the move I did not want to see. Knight g3, king h7. Oh, that doesn't work. King h8. Yeah, I don't think you can send a challenge when I'm currently in a game, unfortunately. Knight g3, king h8. Opponent finding good moves. Let's go queen f2. Am I planning on going for the NM title? Not particularly. I don't really think I'm quite good enough yet, to be honest. But I don't know. Maybe. A few people have actually mentioned it to me recently. And I think I need to focus on just improving for the time being. And I can think about that later. I did consider bishop takes h6, but I don't know. Like, take, check, king here, rook takes. I don't know. I don't know if that works or does anything particularly. Here. I could just go king b1, which wouldn't be a terrible move. An interesting move would be rook to g5. Rook g5 looks interesting. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Oh, queen d3. Oh, yeah, queen d3 would be a very good move. Good find, good find. Oh, there's got to be something here. There. Take. Rook g8. Queen g5. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Don't know if this works, but I'm going to go for it. I'm struggling to find alternatives. How do I calculate so good? Mostly visualization. I think that's the most important thing. I actually did a video ages ago on visualization, and I think it's really important. Yeah, I think I have queen g5, which looks pretty crushing. Oh, that's an interesting move. Trying to not let me take on h5. However, we just take en passant, and it should be game over. I'm sure there were faster wins there, and I missed the idea of bishop g6, pawn g6, rook g6, king h7. I only saw rook e6, but queen d3 does look very good there. Does look very good. And then that should be mate. GG. Okay. I'm going to go to the loo very quickly, and then I will play one more game. So get your challenges in quickly, and we will do another stream at some point in the future. So if you don't get to play, I'm sorry, I'm only one guy. But yeah, you will get a chance in the future. Oh, okay. Let's answer some of these questions and then get into the final game. Opinions of King's Indian Defense, King's Indian Attack. I used to play a lot of King's Indian Defense, and I had pretty good luck with it, but then as I got more towards like 18, 19, 100, it stopped working quite as well. Have you ever watched a cricket match? No. I've played cricket, but I've never watched cricket. How do you remember the coordinates? Honestly, just practice. Okay. Who are we going to play? Let's play a strong opponent. Let's go for Matt B. Easy, 1700. C6. Okay, which line are we going to play? Let's go for my B3. I'm quite comfortable in this. Knight e2. Knight e2 is a little bit more accurate than knight to c3. A little bit. It doesn't make a massive difference, but... yeah, okay. Am I calling you weak? Absolutely not, mate. That's not what I said. But Matt Beasy is a pretty high-rated player, so... let's push h5. Can I play queen g4? No, knight f6. Okay, knight c3. Milkman, bruv. Relax. Relax, bruv. Okay. Well, obviously we're going to win this pawn back. so that's fine. This is one of the main lines. One of the slightly better lines for white, because we get our pawn on h5, which is slightly beneficial. Tournament recaps done. Mate, I will get back to them. I did actually play another tournament as well, which went quite well, so I will also recap those. It was a less formal tournament, and there were no annotations either, because it was no increment rapid. However, I remembered my games, so I just wrote them down afterwards. b5 is unorthodox. I don't think there's a problem with it, it's just a bit unorthodox. Okay, see you later, Milkman. Thank you for joining. It's good to see you as always. Okay, let's start with g4. You guys are getting the idea of this opening now, hopefully. Some of like what you're supposed to be going for in this. g4 is a very common move. f4 is also a common move. Bishop g2 can be good in some lines as well, because there's not really a natural spot for it to develop this direction. Okay, let's take back. Knight f6 is a bit inaccurate. Yeah, I don't think it's that good. We just take it, no? Ooh, Faznaz, that sounds rough. That sounds rough. Whereabouts in the UK do you play? I might know who it is. Let's go bishop g2. And you can see b5 isn't really that good a move. a5 is the better way to attack this, mainly because it weakens c6 so much. And also this b pawn isn't really doing anything. Like, it supports a4, sure, but like, you don't want to take with the pawn, you want to take with the rook. So CS Runner, how's it going, my guy? How's it going? Okay, f4 looks good. Midlands against Casius. I don't recognize that name. Don't recognize that name. What is that? I assume that's in a league, right? Okay, let's go g5. Obviously playing on this. For some reason, I just forgot the fact that he could do that, but it doesn't really work because he loses his rook. So that's a free rook. I know him very well. Our head-to-head is 2 wins and a draw in my favour, but he's definitely better than me. Yeah, I think it's always a bit strange playing against kids, because like there's this one kid at my club who he's I think 2200, 2150-ish maybe, and I think my record against him is like 2 wins, 2 losses. Something like that. And I should not have that record against him based on our ratings. However, I think I know... I try to play in a way that frustrates like younger kids, really. I don't really know how to describe it quite, but that's what I try to do, and I think it works against him. Okay, I need to lock in a bit now. I've been yapping a bit. Okay. I think this is quite a powerful move. Coordinate visualization comes with familiarity and practice over time. To an extent, yeah, definitely. Let's give a check. Offer a trade. So a CM kid, wow, hope chess career goes well. He's not actually a CM. Oh no, sorry, is this 2200 kid a CM? Is that what he's saying? In which case I have no idea. Let's go king b1. Yep, it's a good move. How long have you been playing chess? Quite a long time. Quite a long time. Too long, maybe. Check. Now there's no b5, sorry, b4, because the a pawn is gone. Yes, I think some kids do play very impulsively, which you can try to use against them. I completely missed that move. That was bad. I don't know why I did that. Why am I struggling here? I'm up a rook. Oh my god. What am I doing? What am I doing? It's fine. I should be fine, but Yeah, I'm throwing a little bit. Take, rook here. It's just really stupid. Why am I doing that? Reaching 1400 on rapid. Wait, let me play this first. What am I doing? I think c3 holds. What am I doing? Let's go queen e4. I find kids are usually quite bad messy games and really slow closed positions. I think they're quite good with like complicated tactical games, no? Do you not think? Okay, now we can do this. Phew. What I should have done is played rook g1 earlier and sacked the rook for the bishop. That would have been way, way easier. Like, back before I started messing around, like here, I could have just done this. And a4, just take. That's what I should have gone for. That was a bit silly not to go for it, but yeah. After rook a8, there is no threat. c3 is a very panicky move. Yeah, but I don't like my king on the c1 square. I think c3 is fine. Yeah, it's one of the better moves in the position. I mean, I understand, like, I can probably do something like this, queen a2, king c1, and I'm absolutely fine. But I can just potentially fall for tactics later on in the game. I just don't really want to risk it, you know? But yes, you could claim c3 is panicky. However, I feel like it extinguishes a lot of threats from my opponent, because in this position, black doesn't really have anything. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Let me just answer the last few questions. Matt Baird? That was a very good game from you, though. b5 isn't that great. You don't need the b pawn. Go a5. Go a5. Yeah, Porky, I think the exchange sack was the best way to go. I started messing around. I missed the move c5 for some reason. I play stodgy positional setups against the young uns, bore them to death. Absolutely. Absolutely. They don't have the attention span. Like, that's nothing to do with even technology, I don't think. It's literally just they're young. They don't have the attention span. Did black have rook a3? Yeah, he did, but I don't think it worked. Why didn't I think it worked? I think I was just going to give checks. Oh, yeah, and then I take b5. So something like, I don't know, king d6. I can take b5, and I was fine. That's what I had in mind. And then, obviously, you can't take on b4 and... Sorry, you can't take on b3, and c4 obviously does absolutely nothing. Thank you all for watching. I will be doing another one of these streams at some point in the future, and I'll probably cut this stream up. I don't know. I think I might just edit it a bit and upload it as a normal video, but I'm not sure.